Hi and welcome back. If this is your first time tuning in, don't worry. I know I'll be able to say welcome back to YouTube because you're going to like this video, then you're going to subscribe, and with every intro, no wait, then you're going to look at my other videos, and then with every intro it's going to be a welcome back. I almost forgot my own intro. I think I did forget it, but we're just gonna go along with this. But so I'm coming back from work. A day shift nurse asked me, Monique, how are you surviving night shift? Because it's been like almost a year of me doing night shift, and to be honest, with these tips that I'm implementing, it's really not that difficult. But then again, I always say, disclaimer, my circumstances are different from everyone else's. So what I'm able to do, everyone else is not able to do these. But some of these tips, I feel like you will be able to implement them. So stay all the way until the end, because the end tip is the one that helped me the most. And I'm also going to talk about my experience at the end. See, I'm just going to pull up my tips real quick. So tip number one, before I get into tip number one, I just want to explain my shift. So my shift is from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So a lot of you might be thinking like, oh, okay, so you just got to stay up between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. No, you got to think about getting ready, commuting time, and everything. So I'm luckily blessed to be able to work almost near my job. So I wake up usually around like 5 p.m. or listen, if I'm really tired and I'm pushing it, I wake up around like 6 p.m. Okay, but 6 p.m. is like when I'm like, okay, let's rush and get everything done, and I probably won't eat anything. But if I wake up at 5 p.m., I'll get dressed and everything, and then I'll be able to eat. And then work usually ends. That's why I hate calling my shift 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. because we never finish work at 7 a.m. Work is usually done between, well, it's officially done at 7:23. But are you ever done at 7:23? No, you are not. So usually I leave work around 7:40 to 8 a.m. because I have to give shift report, and it depends on who you give in shift report to. You might be staying there a little longer. And depending on what happened during shift report, oh Lord, God bless nurses. Because during shift report, anything can happen during shift report. Your patient can pull out their IV, a patient can fall, a patient can come out and disturb there's just so many occurrences that happen between 7 a.m. and 7:30. And it's just like, nurses are multitaskers. They're just like carrying so many hats. They have to worry about so many things at one time. So yeah, my shift never really ends at 7:23 at all whatsoever. Okay, now we can go into tip number one. So if you know you're going to start night shift soon, I would say prepare 1 to 3 days beforehand and just try to stay up as late as possible. So if you know you're going to start night shift soon, I would say try to stay up until 2 to 3 a.m. so you can sleep into the day. So that will help you not be as tired once you start your shift, and it'll kind of help you get into the groove of things on how to stay up late and also how to survive staying up late. So tip number two is buy blackout curtains. Please, if you don't listen to any other tips that is in this video, this tip is kind of crucial. Buy blackout curtains or buy a sleeping mask. Buy those sleeping masks. I think I'll put like a picture up here or something, but buy the sleeping masks that have like a little bit of indent around the eye, so your eyelashes are not like smashed to your face. Right now I'm not home. I would show you a clip of my sleeping mask, but I'll just insert a picture here of how it looks like what I'm speaking of. So buy sleeping masks and buy blackout curtains. I'm pretty sure you can kind of deceive your mind a little bit. Another tip number 3 is buy earplugs. So I actually use my earbuds when I am going to sleep. I know it's not really as effective as earbuds because as earplugs, because earplugs are able to stay in your ears a little bit better throughout the night. But my earbuds, I wear them because sometimes I listen to a story, or sometimes I talk to people and I just snoozed off on them. And sometimes I just listen to white noise. White noise is kind of like when you're listening to the rain. Some people say if they're listening to something vacuuming or something repetitive constantly, then it'll help them fall asleep a little better. So tip number 4 is don't stress that much about night shift. I feel like when you stress more about something, that's when your body tries to counteract it even more. So if you're always stressing about, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to sleep at night, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'll be able to sleep at night, yeah, your body's gonna most likely stay up because of that stress that's in your mind about having to go to sleep. Like if you think about, oh my gosh, I need to sleep, oh my gosh, I need to sleep, you're most likely gonna stay awake. But if you're just like, okay, you know what, listen, I just worked a 12-hour shift, I am tired, okay? Not even a 12-hour shift. Sometimes it's a 13-hour shift, okay? I am tired. I just want to go to sleep so I can be able to work this other shift of mine. Then you're most likely going to sleep. Like, to be honest, stress also is not good generally. I know you can't really control it sometimes, but if you keep your mind occupied and you don't really stress about what you got to do, then you can most likely fall asleep much easier. Tip number 5. I think we're on tip number 5 right now. I'm just rambling. It's not really a structured video, but tip number 5 is try clumping your days together. That is much easier than having your days all separated. I hate when the schedule lines up this way, of me working one day, off one day, and then working the other day. Like, that day that I'm off for just one day is not going to be an off day. It's literally just going to be me sleeping into my next shift, and that's it. And then I just wasted a whole day. But if you can, try to clump your nights together. If you're working 3 shifts, try to clump your 3 shifts in a row. If you want to pick up overtime, try to do 4 in a row. I know 4 in a row is kind of really pushing it, but if you just mentally be like, okay, you know what, listen, I just work one day, 3 more to go. I just work 2 days, 2 more to go. I just work 3 days, I only have 1 more shift to go. Like, you kind of have to play mind tricks with your mind a little bit. I know it's kind of like, how can you trick your own mind? There's ways to deceive your own mind, okay? I would say just try to find your own positive reinforcements and work with those. Say those every single day, and you will find yourself not stressing it. After a while, you just be like, okay, it's just another day. To be honest, your body adapts very, very quickly to things. So I just looked at the time, and as much as I want to focus on just this video, I have to get home. So if I'm not going to be looking at you guys, I'm sorry about that, but I am going to be focusing on the road. So this is the section where I'll be talking about what helps me and how I conduct my day. So I usually know if I am going to I try to clump my days as much as possible, and if I'm going to know that I'm going to have multiple days off, then I will try to go to sleep as soon as I get home, you know, after getting ready and all that. Like, I try to go to sleep as soon as possible, and then I will usually wake up around like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. if I'm not really tired from that shift. And then I will conduct my day as regular and try to go to sleep around like 12 a.m. or around 1 a.m. So I try to do that so I can get back into like the regular, you know, like a day shift kind of schedule. But that only works if I have more than 4 days off. So if I don't have more than 4 days off, then I will legit just stay as night shift schedule. Like, I know a lot of people are like, how can you stay up all night long? But the thing is, you got to think about it this way. Like, I stayed up all night long for work, and then I go to sleep all day, so I will stay up all night. So if I have less than 3 days off, then I will just stick to night shift so I don't lose all my days off. Like, I hate, in the beginning I used to like try to convert back into, you know, day shift schedule when I have only like 2 days off, and I will end up finding myself like losing one of those 2 days. And I'm just like, listen, time is precious, okay? And work will never give you time back at all whatsoever. So I'm just like, just end up looking at my time switching AM to PMs, to be honest. And that's how I kind of survive staying up all night long if I only have 2 days off. I'll just look at 2 p.m. as 2 a.m. That's it. So I know that not everybody will be able to implement that, because some people have kids, some people have significant others, and you might have activities that you need to do during the day that you may not be able to do at night. But for me, it works out. And I just don't, like I said, I don't like losing my time. I don't like wasting my time, because there's so much that I want to do and I want to accomplish. Also, know your why. I feel like that is important with everything that you do. Try to know your why of why you're doing something. That will also help you stay on track and stay encouraged, while you might be like, listen, this day is like a no for me. But if you know the why of why you're doing something, then yeah, it gets easier and your body adapts. Try not to stress too much about, oh my gosh, I'm about to do night shift, I'm about to stay up while everyone else is sleeping. Try not to stress about it. You will adapt. You will find a routine that works for you. And there's so many tips out there that you can implement. Also, another tip, this is like a bonus. I don't even want to call this a bonus tip. You know what? Listen, if you don't want to, I would not even want you to consider this tip, but it is a tip that do help some people, is the fact of drink coffee, drink some caffeine, try to, it'll help you, stay up. But the only thing I don't like about caffeine is the fact of your body does not, your heart, okay? Like, let's care about our hearts out here with these caffeine and everything. I understand that there's some benefits about caffeine, but at the same time, like, some people get addicted and overconsume, and it's just like your heart does not need all that caffeine in its system. So if you can stay up without the caffeine, I would advise that. But if you cannot, then you have to do what you have to do. In life, you have to do what you have to do. Thank you for tuning in. This video is becoming way longer than I was anticipating it. This video was supposed to be like a 10-minute, just do a quick video before, I get back home. But it is a lot longer than I anticipated it to be. But thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day or a wonderful night, whichever time you are watching this. And I will see you next time, all right? Bye.